My name is Samit Rizwan, and what brings me into arena is pretty much I want to start my competition career. I think arena is one of the best competition events, hosting events in East Coast. That's why I want to come here.
And you're coming in behind enemy waters a little bit, right? Taking on Jonah, who trains here.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts there?
Super excited, super stoked to go against Jonah. It's my first time competing in this environment in a cage, so I'm super happy, super stoked.
My name is Jonah Grice. I'm here to compete and have a good time.
And obviously, man, that's your cage. You're in there all the time. So, like, how important is that to defend it?
Absolutely. This is my first time doing arena, but this cage stuff is not new to me, and I've been competing for a while now, so I'm ready to rock.
And then tell the fans what they can expect to see from you your first time, whether it's Turkish Shore Wrestling or North Korea or whatever.
You're going to see a lot of aggression. That's what we're going to see, and hopefully I can get a couple submissions.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Arena Series 18 right here at Droogs MMA in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. Today is a big one. On top of all of our winners from the Arena Plus card getting a free Schismatic Industries rash guard, we have our first ever title fight. The 150-pound belt will be on the line. Jonathan Bagheera goes up against Jonathan Lopez in our main event. The winner gets the one and only, the first ever gold Schismatic Industries rash guard. It's going to be the equivalent to Arena's belt. And without any further ado, let's get Arena Series 18 going. First up, entering out of the blue corner, making his debut, Samit Rizwan.
Samit Rizwan out of Bayshore, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He is going to again be making his debut, and Instagram has him at a 33% win rate.
And his opponent, defending the Droogs MMA octagon, also making his debut, Jonah Grice.
Jonah Grice also making his debut. He has a 67% win rate on Instagram, and he is out of Droogs MMA Jiu-Jitsu in the orange. This is going to be exciting, guys. I think this is a good one to kick us off.
And now, match one of the prelims.
Ready? Let's get it on.
All right, competitors will slap up to get started. An immediate sit from Samit.
Jonah was talking about this earlier. He said he had a feeling that he was going to pull guard, and he knew that going in and working on it, he wanted to try to pass as much as he can. So I'm excited to see what Jonah's going to try to do with all this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Samit probably did his homework. Jonah is definitely known for his wrestling, and I was watching Samit warm up. Looks like he's got a good guard.
What kind of wrestling like that?
What'd you say? Oh, well, he is known to be a veteran oil wrestler, so.
I mean, he has that going for him.
He does have that going. The tire's not quite right for this, but.
They'll make it work.
Jonah doing a good job of staying on the outside, kind of finding spots on where he wants to engage with Samit.
Yeah, you see Samit's got really good guard recovery. He's making it really hard for Jonah to pass. They're still trying to figure each other out a little bit, but I think we might see maybe a little bit of a leg lock attempt here.
Yeah, it's good angle by Samit.
Ooh, maybe a knee.
Looks like Jonah sees it. Jonah's going to get stuck. He's got his knee line out.
AJ's calling for the knee line there.
We hear Arbaz in Samit's corner calling for some possible back exposure as well, and Samit will take the top off that.
Aggressive Samit, wow.
Ooh, very good, yeah, he's very, very good. Both guys very fast.
Settle for your pass.
Jonah's still keeping that bottom knee in though, which is good. But Samit has him flattened out, so he definitely has to be cautious, keeping both of his shoulders on the mat.
Try.
Yeah, Samit's got like a nice heavy cross face. He's using a little bit of pressure. Now he backs up a little bit, and we got both guys coming back up, but Samit did not want to stand.
No, I don't think we're going to see any wrestling out of Samit.
No. He's like, if you stand, I am just going to sit my butt to the mat.
Yep. Jonah in on a body lock. Samit really good with distance management.
Yeah, you can see he's got these super long legs that he's using for this guard retention. Maybe a little bit of an arm bar here, going belly down.
Wow, Jonah doing a good job of getting his shoulder free.
Wow, look at that.
What a great escape by Jonah Grice. What's a very uncharacteristic escape as well, because he had his shoulder free but went completely out the other way.
Like it was turning into like this chicken wing from the back.
Yes,
So
very. I would like to
almost could have turned into like a shoulder lock.
Very interesting.
It looked uncomfortable.
I don't think this pace has slowed down yet.
No,
I think we've stayed on the gas from second one to now?
Do we know? Well, they're 135ers, and I feel like every time we have small guys, they are fat. They bring the heat. They are fast.
I mean, especially with this endurance format, they know it's going to be at least 3 rounds, and they're coming in shape.
Yeah.
We've got some honey hole, rice to meat. I think the trick is figuring out the best way to get past the meat's guard. He's got a great guard. Jonah maybe potentially looked like he was going to reset back, but stays the top.
Gets his knee free out.
Very nice, Jonah. Oh, good try to go in and out, but he's got both arms in for the closed guard. He just has to watch his arms here.
AJ's calling for cage awareness, which is really good. That's one of the advantages Jonah's going to have here is he has the cage available to him all the time, and he knows where he has to be, just like that.
Yep, absolutely. I agree. I think he was looking to, see that closed guard and hopefully put him up against it. You wonder if Samit heard that too, and that he was like, I'm going to bail on that. That was a good point. I see a triangle too. Oh gosh, we got a triangle locked in on the bottom. Corner calling for a better angle. I think he needs a little more posture control, but Jonah could be in trouble pretty soon here. So Samit wants to come off to his left side, but Jonah's kind of doing a really good job of walking to the opposite direction. So we can see a lot of that shoulder.
Yeah,
I feel like he's still in a good spot. Oh, good thought to attack the other arm.
Jonah looking to stack.
Yeah, he kind of exposed, Jonah's arm because Jonah was hiding his inside arm really well. And then when Samit tried for that, straight arm bar on the other arm, he exposed Jonah's other arm to pull it over now to trap it. So now we got a mounted triangle here.
Oh man, we're in short time, but mounted triangles scare me. So you have the triangle, you have the armbar option. You could be a dirty wrist locker if you want to be.
I mean, the triangle itself is a little tough to finish from the mat.
Yes,
You're more likely going to finish with an arm lock because the arm is exposed.
Good bump there.
I'm so nervous for both of these guys. Like, can he finish? I feel like he's going to come out in this
I think he is, yeah.
Wow, okay.
Look at
And
that.
he's out.
Gotta get
We're
his
still
other
in the
arm.
regular triangle.
Yeah,
He's an arm out, but he's doing a great job using the cage. Very nice.
There it is,
Jonah.
yeah. That's him taking him right to the cage, knowing exactly where he is and how to use it.
Very good use of cage awareness. We're going to be short on time.
Right.
Wow.
Great round. Look at
That
that.
was a good back and
So-
forth.
Excellent first round.
So then we've determined that there was not one second without gas involved.
Nope.
They were on the entire time. All right.
It was very fast paced the whole round. These guys were going balls to the wall the
I like
whole
that.
time. Now, I mean, they know they got 2 more rounds, so let's see if they can keep up
Do
that
one of us need
intensity.
to tell them that? they might have us the 1 round go, because I don't know if they...
I would be done after that, personally. That was a lot. But that's exciting. I think the trouble is, to me, it seems like he's really dangerous on the bottom. Great guard, but on the top, he was so fast-paced as well. So, where are we going to beat this guy, Jonah, though, great defense.
Yeah.
Holy cow. The armbar, the triangle defense.
I wonder if that shows Samit a little bit that maybe he's got to try something on maybe a little higher or advanced more. I don't know. It seems like Jonah's got everything else figured out, but Samit, like you said, looks comfortable.
He does. And I wonder who's going to wear in a little bit first. I'm sure one of them, or both of them, are probably feeling that a little bit.
I didn't realize the size difference.
Yeah, because he probably got a lot of confidence going into this second round, If you're getting submission attempts, now he's got another chance to basically complete those details, and hopefully get some kind of a finish this round.
Yep, absolutely.
Blast,
That was close. That was very nice. Jonah doing a good job getting almost past, but he's getting stuck just a little bit each time. Good fall sweep by Samit here. He could look to go underneath.
I don't even think he's using it as a false sweep, though. I think
Just like a
it's
stopping.
more of like a frame. Like he's putting that foot across the belly in the hip that really prevents someone from passing the guard.
Yeah,
Because he was still flat on his back, It's so false sweep really isn't going to happen from there. But it's just trying to find out. Jonah's trying to solve this enigma that is the guard passing of Samit and his long legs and his great guard retention.
I was just about to say that Jonah now is almost taking his time more. I say that as he dives
As he
straight
just
forward.
dove in there.
Right back into the triangle.
This
for
time he
Jonah
doesn't
here.
have a 30-second clock with him. He has the entire round.
Yeah. And then
I
again,
think the angle's going to be a little better there too. But a lot of shoulder exposure on the top, so you might have a hard time finishing unless you can bring him over, which he's getting
a little tighter this time.
But now we're in the same predicament as before.
Great, so he's back with his mounted triangle. Let's see if he's going to start maybe attacking the arm instead, or if he's going to look for that triangle finish.
Which means when Jonah's we got a
tap.
nice tap. Very nice.
Good stuff there.
That was a great round.
But the one thing about that though is that Jonah looked more patient that time, regardless of the outcome of that. It looked like that's how you figure out what he did.
Yeah. Well, he looked patient until he wasn't, and he dove in there. So that was kind of almost the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
So when you see, both of these guys are blue belts. They're just not as experienced when it comes to competition yet. They don't have as high of a fight IQ as other competitors. So this is what they're going to go back and look at and realize where they made the mistakes.
I think it's just a matter of him, honestly, 2 arms in, 2 arms out. That's like the pattern I've used forever.
Yeah.
And when you're passing and one arm slips in, you're getting triangle.
Yeah.
So,
That's been twice
good way
now.
to remember. Yep, absolutely. But hey, we're in round 3. So just as a reminder, what do we have to do here, Jillian, to get Jonah into a round 4? How does he win? How does he lose? How does Samit win?
All right, so it is scored 1-0 now for Samit. So Jonah needs to come back and get a submission this round to tie it up 1-1 to go into overtime. If Jonah doesn't get a submission, then Samit will win this overall.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so pressure's on for Jonah is what we're hearing here.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Tiny bit. We just won't say that too loud.
Right to the sit. He is in the butt scooting club, Samit is.
Now here's the thing, does Jonah almost now have to do what he did last time? Not dive in carelessly, but starts looking to move a lot quicker than he did before. Because time now isn't his friend.
Right, yep. I think he needs to figure out how he can control the hips. If he can control the hips and keep his hands on the outside, he can pass. But unfortunately, Samit has a fantastic
The arms again.
And he's got great connection to the leg, too. This might get tight.
Yeah.
He's got the knee line. Just needs to take the corner calling to take his time. I think if Samit does slow down, he'll have much better control to get the submission. Jonah needs to look to clear that knee line. Very nice. Good escape, and now it's a good spot. Samit with the sticky hip. He moves really well. Wow, great butterfly. Good retention.
It was like that half butterfly just came out of nowhere. Now he's in full butterfly guard, and it was just, man, his legs.
You see these grapplers, they get past, and then their knee comes back all the time. And I'm like, I'm so sick of it. You get into mount, and they're right back to it. Their knees are always coming in. Yeah.
Please.
Samit is definitely very flexible. Jonah his own. He's almost in on that bite. That was a great bite.
Like he had a little bite, and then the foot just slipped right out. So
that's what he's looking for.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of
That
what he's got to
was
do.
great thought.
At some point, it has to be said. He's not going to just go for it.
no, he's got to be careful though.
He does have an arm in and arm out. If that leg opens, he's going back to a triangle. He has to be super cautious here.
AJ's calling the same thing you just said, 2 in, 2 out.
Did he?
Yeah,
That's
he
the
is.
basic rule. 2 in or 2 out.
You would think you live together. Like, the way how quick that was.
because he's looking for that over underpass, which is usually safe. But he's got to be careful, right? Just because of what happened these last 2 rounds,
I agree.
All right.
He could have a good look at like a rolling Kimura here. Samit he does put his hands on the mat. I feel like every time the hands go down, the Kimuras can happen.
Same kind of idea. 3 minutes are calling here. Both. I thought Jonah was looking for a leg there, but I know Samit's on the leg now. He's in.
Straight ankle here.
Just gotta split those legs to come up. So he's going belly down with it. To split those legs.
Flattened out. Jonah's making a face about it.
He got a tap.
That was a nice tap. Aw. Good respect from the corner of Bayshore, calling to check on the opponent. I do love that. Great debut by both guys. Good defense by Jonah, but we're going to see Samit come away with the win today. Very beautiful. We'll definitely love to have him back.
Samit Rizwan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Samit Rizwan. Samit, coming into enemy territory, making your arena debut. The odds weren't stacked against you. Instagram poll went the other way. You came in here and dominated, so how does it feel, man?
Thank you. It feels amazing. Very speechless, super tired, but again, very excited for the win.
With 2 submissions in your debut, that's making some noise. What else do you want out of your arena grappling technique?
Definitely, I want to come back here again. Super fun. It's my first time in cage grappling. It's amazing, super fun to be able to use the cage, even though I didn't get to use it too much, but it feels amazing that there's something that keeping us close.
And then before the match, we were talking about how excited you were, what you've seen from the promotion, so did it live up to your expectations? Anything you weren't expecting?
100%, definitely lived up to my expectations. Matter of fact, I did beyond expectations. Amazing, I love how professional you guys are. But once again, amazing.
Well, Samit, thanks for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, Samit Rizwan, your winner.
My name is Addison Decker, and I saw a flyer, so I signed up.
And then are you friends with Josie?
Yes, I am.
Are you friends with Danny at all? Or?
No, I saw her at an open mat once. We didn't roll, but yeah, I'm friends with Josie.
So I guess kind of tell me about, like, that's interesting, right? Josie trains with Danny all the time, you're friends with Josie, so how do you feel about the whole dynamic?
I'm kind of indifferent. I'm friends with her. There's not really, I feel like it's not any clash, obviously, that she has, it's her teammate, so I'm not, like, meddling with any of that. I feel like just indifferent. I feel like it's totally fine.
They're cool, you're not meddling anywhere.
Yes.
And you're at where, Precision?
But yes, Precision Jiu-Jitsu.
That's kind of like right up the road, so tell me, like, about the talents you guys are going to bring to the cage today.
Say it again?
Just tell me about, like, the Precision style, what you guys are going to bring to the cage.
Precision style, it's very different across the board. A lot of wrestling, base focus, a lot of pressure, top control. That's probably a lot of what I'm going to be doing today.
I'm Danny, and my coach asked if I wanted to compete on Arena, and I said sure.
And how do you feel? Like, are you nervous, excited? Like,
I'm just excited. I never done this before, so just good experience.
And I train with you pretty often. Like, you're really growing from that white belt. Now you're a mean blue belt in the gym. So, like, how do you feel about your style now transitioning into competition?
I feel pretty good. I feel confident in my leg locks because I've been doing them since white belt. So with this, I'll be able to see how they work on competition.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, your second match of the night.
Addison Decker is debuting here at Arena Grappling. She's from Precision Jiu-Jitsu. She's a blue belt and she's 135 pounds. Is also debuting. She's from our home gym here at Droogs MMA. She's a blue belt, and the Instagram poll has her winning this by 58%. All right, we got a couple of female debuters here at Arena Grappling, and they are getting right to it.
And we were saying earlier, Jason Nolf came in yesterday for Seminar Droogs, and Danny, ever since, has wanted to wrestle, and she's wanted to do it a lot, and you can see here from the way she's going at it.
Yeah, yes. Danny's dangerous, man. Both these girls are young, hungry, dangerous girls.
Yeah, Danny's only 18 years old. You see her, she's in the Droogs orange and black rash guard fight kit. Ooh, she's got a nice little heel hook from the saddle position.
I'm telling you, Danny's mean, dude. Danny's mean.
Yeah, you see Addison, she's trying to free her knee line. Now she's getting control of that bottom leg so that she can start getting that knee out.
She's looking to roll here.
Jeez, that's flexible.
Ooh.
Danny's staying on it,
though. She's looking for a leg of her own.
This match is interesting, too. We got, like, the battle of, Pottstown, Douglasville, Precision, Droogs, pretty close to each other. 10-minute drive. But I think they're both friendly. I know Addison trains with Josie, who is at Droogs, and Danny's main training partner.
Addison's been training for about 3 years now, I think it said.
I think Danny's been about similar, right?
2 or 3.
Yeah. Track star turned jiu-jitsu specialist.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're tangled up right now.
Yeah, that's the thing about the cage, too. When you're playing the leg lock game up against the cage, you can only go so far.
Addison bellying down on that foot.
16 and 18 years old. That's crazy.
They're both. This is weird. This position they're in, that Danny can also get that heel there, although I feel like she needs to play more defense on this foot lock because that's exactly what she's going to do. And they are both.
Ooh.
I hate legs.
I was going to say, Jake Northup's not liking this right now, guys.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, Addison's got her own double outside ashi. She's trying to get a bite on that heel. She's doing a good job of hiding that heel a little bit. But, both these ladies are just kind of tangled up like a pretzel in there. Yep. It's hard to escape.
Seems like Danny's foot was flat for a second. Now it's not. Now she has a bite. Oh, that's a great bite by Addison there.
Yeah, I think her knee is almost out.
Is it? Yeah, there.
Yeah, Danny's turning back in.
There, she's going
to. Jason Nolf.
There it is. She's going to look to Now see, Danny's close to the cage here. I almost say she wants to turn Addison to get close to the cage here. She wants to have her back to the cage and limit her space. Exactly what she's doing now. Limit the space that she can go. Rutolo passing there from Danny.
Great, nice little step on the leg there.
That is a true staple right there. Now she's going to come in. Ooh. Butterflies.
Yep. Addison kind of recovers to this butterfly guard. She's got this shoulder crunch there.
Danny using the cage now.
Yep. So this is the problem with the cage is, you know, like Addison's head is like super stuck up against it. So if she tries to elevate Danny in any way, there's really nowhere to go. She can't elevate. Her back is up against the cage.
Jillian, how should she look to finish this though? Like back to the cage here. I mean, both of them, they're right. Everything she's attacking is right on the cage. So does she need to clear her away or?
I mean, what she's trying to do, she's probably trying to get her leg over for a choi bar at this point. But Danny's doing a smart thing. She was controlling that top leg so that Addison wasn't able to get that leg over her head.
Stomping on that bottom leg too. She's making sure there's no space. And look, head
Ooh.
Head to the cage here. Again, you see it in MMA fights too. Same thing. You get that opponent's head to the cage and the cheese grater is what Dan O'Neill will call it. You get that cheese grater bacon, dude. It is crazy.
Ooh. We got Kimura.
Danny found some rhythm here.
She's going to look to rip. She can step on that.
No. Danny's got a locked up Kimura here.
She gets the tap.
Yes.
Look at that.
That was silky, man.
I like it. Danny, listen, in her bio, she said, I like to have fun, and she smiled walking away. Yeah, I think she had a pass.
Danny Ferrara takes round 1 with a submission. 1-0 heading into round 2.
Yeah, she was super smart with that pressure, you know. It was like, I mean, that's what's the awkward thing about that Kimura is you're basically sitting on someone's head.
Yes.
Just because you don't want them to go flat on their back. And that's what she did. She kept her knees super tight, she was sitting on her head, and she was able to finally rip that Kimura at the perfect time to get the tap.
I think you're going to see Danny wrestle here again. I would not be surprised if she takes her right to the cage and starts doing it. Or I'm a liar. I mean, there's only 2 ways that could go.
All right, 1-0. See if Danny can finish it or if Addison can claw her way back.
And you got to think how pumped she is too. You know, this is her home gym. She's competing with her team. We got 5 Droogs members on this card.
Throw!
Ooh!
Yes!
Nice!
Sit on it. She gets her hips back. She needs to set on her hips back. Exactly what Pat's calling.
That was beautiful.
Nice.
Great control. Posted with the shoulder, preventing the roll.
Arms up, shot Darce there.
Backing in north-south, you know, it's like we could see the same setup that we just saw this last round.
Yeah, Danny's just doing a great job staying chest to chest, keeping the pressure heavy.
Yep. Now she's committing to it is.
Oh, she's working hard. Oh, great job rolling out. Now Addison in a dominant position in side control on top. And this is the opportunity Addison was looking for.
All right, just taking advantage. So she's nice and heavy on top. Danny's a little smashed up against the cage. You know, she can put her feet up against the cage and start pushing off if she needs to get some space too.
Speaking of wrestling, looks like we got some cradle action there.
There we go. There we go.
What are we doing?
Yep. Doing a little bit of wall walking here.
Yeah, see? They're the same thing you just said. She can look to kick off there. But it's the same dilemma. Again, Addison needs to do this what Danny did to her. Get her head to the cage and limit Danny's space and her ability to move.
Addison.
Almost crossing the full
almost in the mount.
Danny's got a leg though.
Oh, kip.
Wow.
Nice.
Great sweep. It's crazy. 16 and 18 years old. This is one of the most high-level matches we've seen in the arena recently.
Yeah.
Right, and I love to see the ladies in here too, especially the up-and-comers. You know, it's a little intimidating coming in here, you know, competing in a cage for 5 rounds, and both of these ladies doing awesome so far.
Addison's extending that arm constantly. Well, now she's framing back. She's extending it a lot. That's how she got caught in the corner last time. And I wonder if same thing's going to happen.
Same thing, looking for that
Kimura again. She's got like the Tarika plotted now, so we're going to see she's got to rotate her body. She's got to rotate her body out though to get that shoulder lock.
Look at that.
Swimming.
There we go. We got a tap.
Danny gets it.
That was so impressive. Great performance by Danny. And Addison.
That was... Me and AJ are making a face at each other for a good reason. That was... Oh my god. Oh my god. Tarika brought him a hit. Wow.
And your winner out of the red corner, Danny Ferrara. and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Danny Ferrara. Successful arena grappling debut in the home cage. I know you're a little tired, but how else do you feel right now?
I feel good.
And I mean, you know, Coach AJ and Kat in the corner, working in this octagon every day. Were you able to keep the game plan? Did things go a little crazy? Talk me through the match.
Oh gosh. I did what I wanted to do. That's all I have to say.
Well, you got your win with 2 submissions. Can we get you back soon?
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny Ferrara, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations.
My name is Gurpreet Singh, and this is my second time here. Just here to put on a show.
And tell me about your style. What can fans expect to see?
Not a wrestler. I don't know, a little bit of everything. Yeah.
How do you think today's match goes down?
I might enter a leg, go for an ankle lock, go for a leg lock, or I might get a sweep, triangle, something like that.
What's up? My name's David Campbell. I'm back on arena. I'm here to test myself and give myself the best possible test to see where I'm at.
And then you train a Droog, so like, how important is it for you to like, you know, defend the octagon, so to speak?
Super important. A lot of my buddies here are competing tonight too, so I'm ready to battle alongside everyone else and see what I'm made of.
And then you have a wrestling background, so I guess like tell me how that translates into jiu-jitsu and your skill.
It definitely translates a little bit. I work hard. I try to push the pace as much as I can, and I'm good on my feet. So I look to take advantage of that tonight.
All right, guys, let's keep it rolling. Match number 3. Both arena veterans first up. Out of the blue corner, G. Singh.
G. Singh coming out of Bel Air BJJ. That's a fun name. Yeah. Blue belt with an 0-1 record here, looking to come back and make his better debut. David Campbell, also an 0-1 record, looking to avenge his loss out of Droogs MMA and Jiu-Jitsu. This is going to be a 145-pound bout. I think this is going to be a really fun one. What do you guys think, guys?
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. We didn't get to see too much from Singh in his first match here, so I want to see more of what he's got.
I'm curious if he's done his homework. David Campbell is known for his wrestling, and it looks like he has, because we have Guy on his butt.
Yeah, I will say, last time we saw Singh here was against Nico Malone, who was also another accomplished wrestler.
Okay.
So I think maybe he probably game planned it a little bit better this time coming in.
Yep, that makes sense. David, I know training with David, he's known for his darces, so that's definitely something he's going to have to watch. I see a head and arm in there.
Okay. He's trying to lock his hands in there. I mean, he's got one hand over. Looks like he's trying
maybe a diesel
to
squeeze or a guillotine.
I think he has. He's got something in there.
I think he might have a guillotine. It's hard to tell on the opposite side, but
you see Singh, he does have control of one of his hands too.
You could finish a guillotine there if you can put it in the right pocket, but hey, he's doing a great job of staying relaxed. I know, right from the jump, David came out pretty intense.
Yeah.
Ooh.
High elbow guillotine, maybe.
Oh, it looks like he was happy, like he was thinking about it.
David readjusted, and we're back in maybe a safe spot for Guy, and he's gonna get his head out. Very nice defense by Guy.
Nice recovery.
Good stuff.
He sat right away. I wrote down here. He didn't want me to share, but I'm going to share it anyway. 126 and 58 high school record in wrestling.
Is this David Campbell?
This is David. 126 and 58 Rutgers D1 wrestling. Two-time Pac-10 champ. I'd say he knows a little bit about wrestling.
Definitely. Just a little bit. Definitely legit.
I think AJ's went and taught him a lot of what he knows. but I do know that he knows his fair share.
On the plus side, there's 27 wins from Guy on Smooth Comp. So I don't know if it's white or blue, but between them, he's got a lot of wins on Smooth Comp.
Yeah,
he's
a pretty active competitor already. So
David really in on the neck here. He's been connecting chains of submissions together. Looks like he's having a hard time finishing it, but he's doing a good job.
He's got a nice darts there.
Really tight.
He's connecting hip to hip.
He's in all the he puts him right back to.
He's walking his leg, and he's got to be getting tighter. He's readjusting.
If nothing else, he's making him so tight at the moment. This is laboring.
He's very active with his hips, though, that David has to come out of the darts to take back to the top.
AJ's calling him to get up, and that was the right call there.
Very nice by Guy. Got out of darts. He's gotten out of guillotine. He's gotten out of another dart. So a lot of offense by Guy.
You got to think, like,
Jumps over for
David's
the Kimura.
arm strength at this point.
Yeah,
Jumps over
he's
for the
feeling
Kimura.
it.
Like he's got.
And now he's going for Kimura. Is he going to go for a Tariqa
He looks like he wants to
He
step
should
over,
not
but
step over until he can.
right, Singh's got that leg there
I think
that
he's
was
getting
blocking
excited.
it. So
He wants
he
it.
was like, "Screw this Kimura! I'm going for the flashier Tariqa
right for the
Plata that we
Tariqa
just saw."
You don't get submission of the night with the Kimura. You get it with the Tariqa Plata.
But hey, he was really good at reading the room and put his back to the mat so David couldn't say he stepped over. So you know what you need for that Kimura is that step over to get that back exposure so you can bring it over. But he needs to get his right shoulder to the mat to defend.
Now he's going for more traditional Kimura here, where he's.
I like that he's taking his time, making sure he's in control of the position first.
Darcy wanted to shoot it there. You can see him immediately look to go. Same
Great
thing he might.
timing by E on the escape.
They saw immediate front headlock and sprawl by David.
Yep. David very dominant though, coming out super strong, right to the back. Very nice. Looking for that top side hook and he'll get it. How do you submit this guy though is my question.
I know.
He's getting a lot.
Like he's
here.
already tried to choke him so many times. Now
He looks like he's above.
He's on the job. It's going to be a little bit more of a mandible squeeze, but
Oh, we're getting some smother
It's a
action.
smother
I know.
mother. Tell me how it's going. Tell me how. Tell me how to do it, Kat.
I love a smother.
we're going throwing everything in the kitchen sink out there.
Yeah.
He is, you know, on the one side, it's got to be exciting to see how dominant you are, but on the other, like, how do you submit it? He's putting everything in there.
Now, to the flip of that is how much confidence can you have after a whole round if he gets out of this round with no taps of I was almost choked 4 times. You know what I mean? And he's gotten out of every one, which is true, but 4 times, it's not one choke that was close. That was 4, he almost had him dead to rights.
Right. But
So-
I feel like on both sides, like on the top, I'm like, shoot, I got to kill him.
Yeah.
Now I have to kill him.
Right.
So I don't, both ways. And we're getting a smother, maybe an actual smother tap.
Maybe a mother's milk here.
Oh, this would win it for me. This would.
Oh, man, that was getting tight. I would have loved to see
I know.
tap.
No one else would have won that submission of the night from me. That would have been there, and it would have been the only
We are
one.
looking for a submission of the night, and that always is an exciting one to have for sure. But David kind of just cooking him a little bit in the last 10. We're going to go to no 7 round 1, I think. What an impressive first round by both guys.
You see that?
Well, now he's just going to smother for this
gonna lay on him.
few seconds.
Look at that.
I like it.
That was dominant.
That was insane.
But same thing for G here. He didn't look uncomfortable. I mean, he was constantly getting his back taken and the but he didn't look really worried at any point. Like he knew exactly what he had to do when he had to do
Yep,
it.
absolutely.
Yeah, he was confident in his defense. Now he's probably going to see, let's see if we can see some offense out of him maybe in the next couple rounds.
Yeah, this is definitely an interesting match because there's so many pros and cons on both sides. Like, wrestlers don't get tired, but at the same time, like, the endurance format is tiring.
But
and trying to figure out the submissions.
You have to get a sub to win.
Yep.
You know?
Now, outside of all this, though, I want this GoPro footage. I just realized he was wearing a GoPro on his chest. I need to see these chokes with that.
It's pretty impressive. I think we're going to see a sit real quick. Or are we going to get some wrestling out of these guys? And we're going to go to a sit. Makes sense. I would probably do the same thing.
Hand fighting and
absolutely. Then got to fake him out a little bit, right? I like it. Some side to side by David, not looking to step in.
Ooh.
Right away.
Very nice turn.
Jumps
He's going
into
to turn
that
the corner
front
right
headlock.
to the back or to the front head. He loves that
Setting up
darce.
the darce. So
Same thing's on to push that head down with his elbow.
David's using his elbow to push Singh's head in so that he can
Wiggle
lock
his
up his
fingers.
hand to bicep.
Corner doing a good job of calling to make sure everything stays tight first so he doesn't rush it. Good side change.
Oh, I think we're going to turn him into an armbar.
You know there's a Tariqa Plata legend.
Yeah.
You never know. I feel like I'm on that train now.
How many more times do you think we can say out this match?
We're going to see one from each dude's person.
Every time somebody says Tariqa Plata. Oh, this is exciting.
There we go. We're
There's
seeing it
no
again.
way. There's
We're
no
seeing
way.
it again.
Is this going to be tight? This looks like it's getting tight. He's doing a very good job of controlling. This has to be fairly tight. How much further? Once that arm slips behind the back, I would assume it's going to be much tighter.
Ooh, I mean, Singh is
Corner calling
flexible.
for him to go a little bit further.
AJ with the great instructions here.
I think if the arm slips, it will get even tighter.
Yeah.
And he's definitely at a pivotal moment where the arm is about to slip.
You see David.
Oh, the arm is free of the second hand. I think we just just got to keep going a little more to get it tight.
It's going though.
You could just see that he's being safe with it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like he could honestly just crank his hips, but
I think the big thing is too, Guy's arms just separated. I think he was holding his secondary arm, controlling that, and now it's slipped.
That's it.
Control. Is that a Tariqa Blada? Wow.
Yep.
Folks at home, this is the 9th time we've said that name. Take a shot. This is what a go. I can't believe this.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you guys are going to need to tune in to Arena Grappling this season, because I'll tell you, that might not be the only Tariqa Blada you've seen here. And if you want to make a drinking game, this is it.
This is it. We're at 11. I have a tally. We're at 11.
Every time we say Tariqa Blada, you gotta take a shot.
You gotta drink.
Jake Noacker comes to Stoke. Thanks, bud. Certified fresh Jake Noacker. What take Jake, by the way?
What take Jake? Let's think about this. We got one up for David Campbell. Connor, tell us, how is Guy going to win this match?
Listen, what he needs to do right now is, I think in these next 3 seconds, he needs to sit, and AJ knows it. But what I think he needs to do here is he needs to go for legs. I think David is so strong upper body. He's been trying to do too much to him with the arms. I think he needs to shoot for a leg lock. I mean, that always seems to be the great equalizer with a lot of, especially if there's a big talent gap between them.
We're seeing him wrestle a little bit.
Yes.
I like the game change up. He's definitely thinking about other ways he can play.
Yes.
He didn't like what it was before. Wrestle up, a nice wrestle up.
Yeah, because that was the smart part for Singh, because what we saw earlier from him is he wasn't able to do any type of offense just sitting on his butt. He wasn't able to lock in any type of guard. He wasn't able to wrestle up because David he was able to keep his distance, or he was able to snap him down, grab his neck, just like pretty much what happened here when Singh just tried to wrestle up.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful low chair sit. To Frank Rosenthal, who is one of the OGs of this. We teach it at Droogs pretty regularly. It's great for back control.
Chair sit.
Maybe a head and arm choke.
That chair sit was sponsored by John Lopez, by the way. We have coming up later.
Great transition. Is his arm up all the way across? Yeah, I saw the hand come up a little bit.
I thought he was.
Potentially thinking about he's going to need to get a butterfly hook in to get out of this.
Did he have a stomach?
It is. It's right on that hip bone, which is what he should be doing. Hips low, knee in. I'm not sure that left arm's completely across quite yet, but it's got to be getting tighter here.
David can just let him cook here.
He could. The pressure has to be on for Guy. He must submit David in order to keep going. So definitely, David Campbell really offensively looking beautiful, and he'll opt to come out of that head and arm. You have to think his arms are probably getting a little tired.
I mean, after all of those choke attempts and everything that he had that first round, they've got to be tired.
Yeah, even just like holding the back and trying to get submissions from all those spots of Kimuras, they do fatigue your arms offensively. But he's in a dominant spot. Like I said, it's all on Guy to really move through these last 3 minutes.
Yeah, Singh has got to not wrap his arms around his back, especially from this mount position. He's doing the smarter thing of getting his frames in to hopefully get a little bit of space. But he's got to work on escaping. Like we said, he's on short time. He's got to get some kind of a sub here in this next 2.5 minutes.
And again, this is the cage awareness that a lot of Droogs students are going to have available to them, is that they know that the same thing we had said before. If he can get Guy's head right to the cage, he kills all the space that he can go away with. So he can put his head against it. He can just let him cook. And is that an Ezekiel I just saw attempted?
Maybe a Nogi Ezekiel mixed with a smotherer? I can't see from this angle, but for a second it looked like he looks like he's smothering him.
I think Joe Kemper's confirmed for us that was what it was.
Yes. A nice smother choke.
Mother's milk.
To come off a Tariqa Blada and maybe get a smother choke would be really quite the setups for submission finishes here for David Campbell.
We teach it all.
But Guy hanging in strong for these last couple minutes. I'm sure he's looking to obviously pop off escapes, but just very difficult to get any movement going with David. His pressure on top.
Especially with your neck on the cage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, with the cage right there, any type of bumping is going to be really hard because of the cage. It's a lot of your escapes are pretty much gone.
Yeah, for sure.
He has to do it laterally, and that's not going to really get David off of him.
He might have a little bit more success maybe pushing on the knee, trying to get to maybe like half guard.
Yeah, he needs to turn a little bit for sure. Corner's calling for a little bit of explosion. I would imagine that Singh has some pretty good hips. I mean, the way he was moving with his guard, he seems confident. It's just the matchup obviously was just not in his favor as of right now.
I think he's getting that half guard. Or is he back in?
His left knee is coming in. He's looking for like a single leg X.
And he's shooting for the leg.
That was
he has to go. He has to go here, and he knows it too.
He was excited. He came up. I don't think he was expecting to actually get out. That was beautiful.
But
there we go.
Sane gets the sweep.
Wow. Maybe a bad take for Sane. You might have to watch a chili bar here.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's got one hand underneath David's shoulder.
Are we coming up on short time?
Yeah, we got less than a minute here.
Oh my goodness! If Geek could get a sub, he could tie it back up for overtime.
I mean, it's gonna be hard.
Corner's calling for it.
David's staying super tight.
Super tight turtle. It's gonna be really hard to try and yank that arm out.
Props to Geek. That man sprung up into action and was like, "I'm gonna jump on this toy bar here. Hold on." But David's staying super tight as a turtle here. Coming up on 30 seconds. What a match. What a turnaround.
I think he might have to sell out for it here. I think
Yeah,
he'll have
absolutely. There's no pressure on the top guy to open up. I would definitely stay as tight as physically possible.
Right.
But oh my goodness, he's doing a great job of trying to pummel that left leg in for the Choi.
10 seconds.
Corner of David saying he's up. He looks like he's going to be able to survive through the last 3 seconds. Very exciting.
Time on that, and that will be...
Nice job by both guys.
That'll be a W for David Campbell. By the way, David Campbell hates to compete, but did he look good? Boy, did he look good.
He looks pretty good. I don't know. I would argue. I bet you a lot of other people think he looks good out there.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Good
Both
job.
guys look great. Very cool. That was a fun match.
Now he's gonna...
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, David Campbell. David, first arena win, man. You hadn't lost your debut, so how good does this feel?
Felt really good to get that back. My whole goal was just trying to come in here and show what my coaches here at Droogs are showing me. I think they're some of the best coaches in Pennsylvania and the East Coast. So I just wanted to show what I could do with under their tutelage. It was a good feeling.
Well, the chemistry between you and the corner was insane. You were listening to everything they were saying. You were like a sponge, and it worked to perfection, it seems. So talk to me about that. Like, how easy was it for you to actually listen to them while rolling?
Yeah, it was easy. We go over this a lot in the room. So, like I said, just the atmosphere here, training all the time is second to none. I think I can really go as a competitor here, even if you're just kind of here to do whatever. And if it's a hobby or you're here to compete, I think this is the best place to be. So the chemistry that we had, it was great, and I think I can reach new heights under here.
And dude, some of the stuff you had Gurpreet in was so deep. Commentary couldn't believe he didn't tap. I couldn't believe he wasn't tapping. Dog, to say the least. Were you surprised with some of that?
Yeah, hats off to him. I was scared for it. I kept looking up the ref, like my coach, like, do I keep going? Because I mean, I don't want to. It's like, I know it's an intense sport, but I don't want to hurt anyone either. So it was tough. Hats off to him. I had to work really, really hard. So he made me better for sure. So hats off to him. He's a great guy, great competitor.
And somebody you might know is coming up in a moment. Jacob Campbell, your twin brother. Any words of advice?
Just good luck. Work hard into the tank. It's not really about wins and losses. It's about learning, getting better, and taking whatever we learned from today to next week. So hope he works hard. Hope he empties the tank.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, David Campbell. Congratulations, David. Thank you.